Heavy is the head that has to manage all of this.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel.
We're now incentivized to buy what we already buy.
Fumbling through college had me building.
I also got some done on the other side.
And that was right around, I would say, May, maybe right before renewing the lease for this property.
Welcome to the channel, Martha.
Thank you for having me here.
Oh, I was going to say, I am getting up in their names, I'll tell you what.
Bills paid by other people, life was never this good. I had to step back, knowing that it's...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I'm going to talk about a topic that really sucks to talk about, but it is super, super important, especially when you want to climb the ladder called success, right? Will Smith talked about something real recently where he was like, people at the very, very bottom, they know what rock bottom is, but when you make it to the top, there's something called hill cliff or something like that. Top cliff, right? So when you get to a certain level where you don't need for anything, you don't want for anything, material things no longer satisfy you, and you have to find that love, you have to find that passion within yourself. But what I'm going to talk about today is something that may impact you if you're not truly centered in who you are and what you want to be in life, right? And it's going to be the relationships that you keep, the relationships that you foster on your way to being financially free, to being financially successful, to being financially independent. What people don't talk about is all of the resentment, all of the jealousy, all of the vitriol towards you as an individual as you try and reach success. It might be maybe you don't want to go out as much. Maybe you don't go and party with your friends as much. Maybe you don't hang out as much because you don't have the money and you don't want to be somebody spending. Instead, you work and you go home. You work and you go home. You work and you go home because you understand that is going to keep the most dollars in your pocket. And when you start that train, when you start that mindset, when you start doing that and you're going in that direction, there are certain things that are going to trigger people. For example, it could be the fact that you like to wear nice clothes. It could be the fact that you went and bought a new car because you decided, hey, I can afford this car 10 times. And so I am now worthy of buying one of these. But the average person cannot buy that. And therefore, you'll start to hear smart remarks. You'll start to hear smart comments. You'll start to hear a multitude of things and people trying to compare their lives to yours. And in reality, they don't understand what you've done to achieve that. So if you ever watched one of my videos on the Ioniq 5 that I got, you would see, oh, how much did he pay for that? It was very, very minimal. In fact, I was paying more for my 2013 Hyundai Elantra that was paid off. I was paying more on that because of all the maintenance issues that I was having year after year. Every single year in January, I spent $6,000 on a paid off Hyundai Elantra 2013. $6,000. Maybe $4,500, but when you include gas and everything else, it was around $6,000 a year. I spend less on a brand new 2025 Ioniq 5. I spend less than that every single year. Less than that. With no gas, I can charge it at home. My electric bill is actually less than what it used to be, which is remarkable. And it might be because I upgraded the electric panels in the house and stuff like that. But yeah, it's insane. And so, like, it made sense for me. It absolutely made a lot of sense for me. And the thing is, like, people don't see that. People won't know that because they don't ask the right questions. And not only do they not ask the right questions, they speak in jealousy. They speak in such a mindset that is not worthy of me giving them that type of information. Does that make sense? So like if I go out and I say, let me buy another property or let me buy more clothes or let me buy more of this and that, all of this may be for a reason of financial gain, especially if you know me and you know I'm all about finance, right? But some people are so so stuck in their ways they can only see what they know. They only know what they see. For example, if I was still in New York and everybody's buying clothes, the majority are buying clothes to impress others. Whereas someone might be buying clothes because they need to write it off as a business expense, and they're going to be on YouTube channels all day trying to, reach a broader audience. Those are the type of conversations that you're going to have with people who are trying to earn more and make more outside of their 9 to 5, right? Because when you're only working a 9 to 5, the conversation is this big. When you're only working a 9 to 5, the conversation is this big. The conversations that I have is never about the job itself. It's never about the job you work. It's what you do with the money that you get from that job. And it's also about what you do outside of your job, because passive income has always, 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 always been my motivation. And you don't get passive income working actively. Now, technically you do, because you need that active income in order to make passive income. But you don't get passive income simply working your job. You have to do other things, whether that's invest that money, whether that's find things outside of work that will bring in passive income, whether that's use money to buy products and services that people want to buy and people want to be a part of, right? And so, again, my goal has always been, again, to find ways to make more outside of the 9 to 5 job while you earn more at work. Does that make sense? And so not everybody wants the passive income lifestyle. Maybe you want to earn every single dollar, and truly you do earn it even when it's passive, because in order for you to get passive income, you had to earn that at some point. But some people want to make it actively all the time. And if that is the case for you, then kudos to you, and do that method. You will make a lot more money actively than you will passively. I promise you that. But over the long term, that passive income does add up, and it becomes an avalanche that will continue to fall down and build up to the point where you're just making money hand over fist. In the stock market this week, I was able to generate $3,000 off of what? Like, it was just a regular Tuesday, regular Monday. $1,800 in a day. That's somebody's paycheck for 2 weeks. You understand? And so when we're looking at stuff like that, that's passive. That is passive. That I don't have to do anything whatsoever. I just open up my phone and then boom, I'm looking at zeros in the account and I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. But what did I tell you guys just a few weeks back? I said, wow, I was down $3,000 and I put more money in, because I already understood that I believe in America. I believe that America will do great things, and therefore I can invest in the companies that I believe in, because success is inevitable. And because I know that that is the case, there was more money to be made. And so I say all that to say is, don't allow yourself to be discouraged by those who are jealous, those who are, holding grudges, those who are not truly happy with your success. There are very few people that will truly be happy for the success that you have. And those that are happy for you, they will never utter words of resentment. They will never utter words that make you feel less than. And I've noticed in my family that has never been the case where I've had anyone say anything negative pertaining to what I have, material wise, or what I'm going after. In fact, sometimes they tell me to slow down. And not because they don't want me to succeed, but because they want other things for my life, like family, like additional family, like children, right? And so that's a lot of TMI right there. But at the same time, it's very important that you understand that there are certain people that are going to want everything for you, and there are others that pretend to want everything for you. And as you climb that ladder of life, ensure that you protect yourself, protect your heart first and foremost, and do not stray from your path. Have a mindset to continue to go after it and continue to go get it, because we will not be denied. We will not be denied. If you want to be financially free, you have to have an understanding that there are some bridges that will simply burn, but yours is a golden bridge, and it will not crumble under any type of pressure. Right? So continue to go after it. And if you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I post on YouTube, Rumble, and Spotify for podcasters. And I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.